What are you feeling in this moment? Check in with yourself. Physically, mentally, emotionally. Just observing the breath and the way it moves through the body. Noticing those areas of tension, those spaces of discomfort, the places where the breath is unable to move freely. And then just observe the breath, visualize the breath coming into those spaces. So helping you to relax the shoulder, helping you to relax the jaw, helping you to soften the muscles of the face. All of the stress, all of the tension, all of the worry, the fear that you may be holding in this moment, being released with every exhale that you take. Taking this hour to step away from everything that's happening around you and to focus solely on what's happening within you. Breathing into your body, breathing into your being. Our only intentions for the class together this evening. Keeping the eyes closed, allow yourself to release your last breath. So let go of the exhale, release. And then take a deep inhale through the nose. Expand through the belly. Grow through the lungs. Hold in at the top. Pause. And then open the mouth. Sigh it out. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Expand through the belly. Grow through the lungs. Hold in at the top. Pause. And then open the mouth. Sigh it out. Taking one more cleansing breath. So even deeper inhale. Expand through the belly. Grow through the lungs. Rise through the heart. This time, hold this breath in at the top. Suck in a little bit more air. Pause. And then as you're ready, open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Let it all out. A big sigh of relief. Here, we're on our yoga mats together this evening, and even if we can't be here in person, at least we can still share this space together. On your next inhale, gently draw the knees into the chest. Just hugging both knees gently into the chest. Then take the hands to the tops of the knees and start to circle the knees from the right to the left. So just a real gentle motion, circling the knees from the right to the left, massaging into the low back as you do so. And as you're ready, pause in the center, and then circle the knees in the opposite direction. So circling left to right. Maybe hugging the knees in a little closer. As you hug the knees in closer, you'll just feel that massage come into the mid-back area as well as the low back. Breathing into the back body. Beautiful. One more in that direction. And then slowly draw the knees back through center. Hug the right knee into the chest allow the left leg to go straight onto your mat. So your right knee hugs in, left leg is straight. And then you can gently rock the hip from side to side. Circle the ankle in one direction, and then circle the ankle in the other direction as well. Bring the right arm out like a letter T, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, gently twist over to the left. As you come to the left, you might take your bolster and slide it underneath the right knee. Sometimes it feels nice with a block stacked on top of a bolster. Again, find what's comfortable for you. The right arm is out long. The left hand is to the outside of the right knee. And you're twisting towards the left. The head can be center. Or you can turn and gaze over the right shoulder if that's comfortable for your neck. Trying to keep the right shoulder, so the arm that's out long. Trying to keep the shoulder pressing down towards the ground, so we're grounded through the right side body. We're not trying to twist into our deepest expression. We're just gently beginning to create a little bit of length through the side body, opening, expanding. At this point, we need a little more expansion within our bodies. We've been, most of us, having to spend more time not doing. Gyms are closed, work is closed, all of these things going on. So, naturally it means we're probably spending more time sitting. Even if it's like me, I'm been sitting and reading quite a bit. So still, more time sitting. Just taking this moment to begin to come into the body, tracing the breath as it moves through the right side body. Thinking length, thinking space, opening up those little tiny muscles between the ribs, the intercostal, opening up that area, the oblique space in the side body. Feeling the breath as it travels into the outer leg. Allowing yourself to just let go. To allow the wave of the breath to soothe and nurture your body. To allow the breath to help relax the mind. To keep you here, present, in this very moment. Allowing yourself 3 more full breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Creating a little more length with every exhale that you take. And then slowly on your next inhale, begin to draw the right leg back through center. So the right knee hugs in. You can once again rock the hip from side to side. And then bring the sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. And then allow the right knee to drop down to the ground. So think like tree pose on your back. So the right foot, sole of the right foot to the inside of the leg, and then allow the knee to drop down towards the floor. This is a great place for your block or your bolster. If you have any tension at all through that right knee, protect your body. Just take a bolster, a block, sliding it underneath the knee. Again, whatever's comfortable and whatever's accessible for you. Whatever props that you may have, get creative. You can have the hands to the hip creases. You can have one hand over the heart. Place the other hand over the belly. You can bring the arms out like goalpost arms, so bending at the elbows, allowing the arms to relax to the ground. Or you can also reach the arms overhead, taking a hold of opposite elbows. So one elbow in each hand. As always, there is no right or wrong. What feels comfortable? What feels accessible? What feels intuitive to you in this moment? Getting into that space. I'm simply here to guide and to suggest. But as you listen to the different poses, adjust your body. Try to move in a way that feels good for you. And know that if you're clenching at the jaw, if you're holding the breath, if you're scrunching the face, chances are you might need to add a prop. Lift up, slide something underneath the knee, readjust. And whether that's this pose or any other, we're not here to suffer together this evening. We're here to breathe, to relax, and to let go. Give yourself permission to do just that. And I know it can be a little harder sometimes when we're at home, when we're in our space, surrounded by all the things that we need to do. But allow yourself to just disconnect from everything happening around you. Take this time to reconnect with you. What do you need? Physically, mentally, emotionally, and allowing our time together this evening to be dedicated entirely to that. Letting go of everything around you. Focusing solely on within you. Taking 3 more deep, loving breaths here. I say deep breaths are like little love notes to your body, and I so agree with that. Feeling stuck, you can always just come back to the breath to harness the power of within. Slowly, whatever position that your arms are in, release the arms, taking the right hands to the outside of the right knee, and then use the hands to gently draw the knee back to center. Hug the knee into the chest, squeezing it in, and then slowly allow the right leg to go straight to the mat. So both legs are straight. Allowing yourself to melt down into the mat, to let go. Taking a moment to observe the rebound effect. We're always in such a hurry. Places to go, things to do, people to see. that we never take time both to honor and appreciate this beautiful space that's in between. Notice the shifts and sensations. Check in with how you're feeling. Check in with what you're feeling. Notice the shift. Notice the rebound effect. Notice you. And slowly on the next inhale, begin to draw both knees into the chest. Hugging the knees in. And then once again, circle the knees in one direction. Circle the knees in the other direction as well. And slowly draw the left knee into the chest. So left knee hugs in. Right leg is straight to the mat. So you should be on the opposite side now. Left leg hugs in. Right leg is straight. And then as you draw the left knee into the chest, take a moment and rock the hip from side to side. Circle the ankle in one direction. And circle it in the other. Beginning to create a little bit of space, movement through the joint. And then slowly start to bring the left arm out like a letter T. Right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Inhale. And on the exhale, twist. So the left knee coming across the right side of the body. And then again, you may need your props here. So stacking your pillow, your bolster, your block, or your books, whatever you may have, just to help lift and elevate the floor to you. And why do we want to do that? You know, it's so important because that's how we take the effort out of the pose. It's how we take the struggle out of it. You know, for our yin practice, we really want to focus on the ease, on the letting go. If we're trying to cram ourselves into, a position that we don't quite have the space to be in, then we're creating tension. And if we're creating tension, how do we let go? So just allow yourself to utilize whatever props that you may need, whatever you need to just lift the floor up to you a little bit. It's okay. People always have a little bit of an apprehension about using props, like it takes away from the practice. But truly, your props are what help to build and to grow your practice. Utilize whatever you may need to so that you can find that softening, so that you can settle in to the stillness, so you can create length in space within the body and within the mind. Allowing yourself 3 more breaths here. Maintaining that strong inward connection. Maintaining sense of peace, sense of stillness. Even as we gently begin to move ourselves out of the pose. Bringing the head back through center. And then drawing the left knee back through center. Hug the knee into the chest. Once again, gentle rock from side to side or circle of the ankle. And then take the sole of the left foot, planting it to the inside of the right thigh. So again, like that tree pose. And allow the knee to splay open towards the ground. Again, whatever props you may need, books, blankets, bolsters, pillows, whatever you've got to help support that leg. If you feel any pull through the inner knee, through the hip, make sure you've got even just a little bit of a blanket folded up under there. Whatever position of the arms is comfortable for you, and that can be one hand to the belly, the other over the heart. That can be arms at the side or goalpost arms reclined back. We're taking a hold of opposite elbows. Again, no right or wrong. And also know that from one side to the other, we don't have to have the expectation for the pose to look the same. No, there isn't one. Each side of our body is so different. So explore whatever you have available to you on this side. And without the attachment or expectation, it needs to look like the right side. No, not at all. Move intuitively in the way that feels best for you, for this moment, for this practice, for this side. Honoring your body every breath of the way. Letting go of thinking and tuning solely in to feeling. And if the pose doesn't feel good for you, readjust. You have permission to do so. And I know I can't see you in person right now, but if anything just doesn't feel right, doesn't feel like it suits you in this moment, by all means, please, skip it and do something on your own. You have that option. Honor yourself. Move with the breath. Move intuitive. Let go. Taking 3 more full, deep breaths here. Slowly, whatever position the arms are in, release the hands to the side. Take your left hands to the outside of the left knee. And then very gently use that hand to draw the knee back to center, taking your time with the movement. Hug the left knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. And then allow the left leg to come straight to the mat. So both legs out long. Checking in with the rebound effect. Checking in with the shift. That may feel like a little bit of an energetic buzz for you. Maybe you feel some warmth in the tissue that we just stretched. Maybe you feel even a little heaviness. There's no right or wrong. Sometimes it might be something so small and subtle that you experience as a shift. No shift too small. Allow yourself to go deep, to go inwards, to connect with yourself and the way you've been connected to everything happening around you. Bring that same awareness inward to you, to center. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, slowly guide the knees into the chest. Hugging the knees in. You can rock from side to side. And then slowly, with the knees bent, plant the feet to the ground. So knees bent, feet plant down. And then slowly start to bring the soles of the feet together and the knees splay open away from one another. So you can find that butterfly position that most of us are used to with the heels in close to the hips. Or you can extend the legs a little further away from you, creating more of a diamond shape. And then from there, protect your knees so you can slide your blocks underneath the knees. You can have the hands to the hip creases. One hand to the heart, the other hand over the belly. Goalpost arms. We're taking a hold of opposite elbows. And whatever's comfortable, whatever's accessible. Letting go of your attachment to what the pose should look like. And really dropping into the sensations of what it should feel like. And what it should not feel like is pain. There's a difference between discomfort and pain. If you feel that slight discomfort of the stretch, then allow yourself to breathe into that. But if you feel yourself with sharp, shooting, stabbing, searing, burning, numbing sensations, then please get the heck out of there. I can't see what position that you're in, but find one that better works for you. Same with the breath. If you're holding the breath, if you're breathing heavy and labored, back off a little bit. Use your props. Use your support. That's what it's here for. Let yourself be supported in this moment by your props, by your practice, by the universe around you. Let go of everything else and just be here now. Breathe here now. Let it go. Maybe taking this time as we're getting a little deeper into the hips to really practice some breath work. There's a lot of different ways you can play with the breath in a practice like this. You can count. So the inhale is 1. The exhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. Exhale, 3. Continuing to count with the same number for both the inhale and the exhale, all the way up to 10. So 1 through 10, using the same number on both the inhale and the exhale. And then starting back over at 1. And as you breathe this way, just helps to give the mind something to do. It allows the mind to slow down all of those thoughts that we're used to so constantly racing through the brain. By giving the mind something to do, we can disconnect from all of that. You'll be amazed. Sometimes when I play with this type of breath work, I find myself on number 17 and I'm like, what? How the heck did I get here? That's okay, it happens. You're not bad at the breath work if that happened. Just gotta come back to center. It just means you've got a lot going on, so you've got to work a little bit harder to keep yourself in this moment. It's all a practice. Everything in life. It's a practice. Not a perfect. Be kind to yourself. Be gentle with yourself. We're all just doing the best that we know how to do. Don't be so hard on you. Especially in a time like this, like now, where nobody's really sure what to do. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to experience those emotions. Just don't let yourself become absorbed with it. Keep your peace. Stay connected to your center. Stay connected to you. Taking 3 more gentle, kind breaths here. Nurturing yourself. Every inhale that you take, and surrendering yourself with every exhale. And slowly, wherever the arms are, allow them to find their way to the side body. Taking the hands to the outer edges of the thighs, and then very gently use the hands to draw the knees back towards center, back towards one another. And then gently allow the legs to go straight to the mat as you pause to observe the rebound, to check in, to notice the shifts physically, mentally, emotionally. Slowly on your next inhale, begin to draw the knees back into the chest. Encircle the knees one direction. Circle the knees the other. And slowly draw the knees back through center. And then roll to your right or left hand side, doesn't matter which side, through a fetal position. And then as you're ready, use the top arm to push the body up to a seated position. Hi. So now we will extend the legs out long in front of us. You may need your bolster, your pillow. Got all my crystals gathered on the corners of my mat, so hopefully I'll be good here. So you can bring your pillow, bolster, something underneath the knees, just so there's a little bit of a bend to the knees. And if you may need to have something for your chest as well, another pillow in that direction, but we'll kind of see once we get there. So one hand to either side of the bolster, lift up, inhale. And then on the exhale, slowly begin to pour it forward. So something else you can use here is your blocks or book kind of stacked. And maybe you rest the forehead there. You can also take your other bolster, pillow, blanket, whatever you got going on. And you can kind of just rest yourself in this position too, leaning forward. Every body is a little bit different, so you're just going to try to find what feels comfortable for you, where you can just relax. What we're looking for here is to stretch into the low back space and also into the hamstrings. And when we stretch in this way, with this slight bend through the knees, instead of trying to go with our legs straight, what that allows us to do is to take all that pressure off of the sacrum area. So most of us have tight hamstrings from all the hours that we spend sitting each day, especially now with maybe the extra hours that you may be sitting each day. So we really want to just focus on creating a softness through the hamstrings. And when we bend our knees, it allows us to do that. And it takes that pull out of the low back, so you're not going to torque the low back. Listen to yourself. Listen to the breath. Tune into the body. What feels good? What feels like it's right for you in this moment? There is no right or wrong at all, unless you're in pain. And those are those sharp, shooting, stabbing, searing, burning, or numbing sensations that we talked about earlier. You're holding your breath. Let it go. You're clenching the jaw. Allow it to release. Whatever tension that you're holding in the body, whatever tension that you're holding in the mind, in this moment, melting away. Shoulders are soft. The back body is released. You can choose to use that same breath work that we were using, counting the breath, matching up the inhale and the exhale with the same number. Or you can drop a little deeper into a state of relaxation. Allow our exhale to be slightly longer than the inhale. So this time you're still counting the breath, but you're trying to make the inhale between about 4 and 6 seconds long, and the exhale about 7 to 10 seconds long. Essentially the exhale 2 to 3 seconds at least longer than the inhale. And it's okay if at first you can only inhale for 2 seconds and you exhale for 3. Don't get so stuck on the numbers. Don't get so attached. There's no expectations. They're just guidance. Use what you can. Breathe where you are. But then gradually you'll notice as you start to play around with this method of breathing that your inhales start to get a little longer and a little longer. Then your exhales do the same. Not a race. Maybe that happens for you this practice. Maybe it's next practice. Maybe it's 2 months from now, or you help to create that space, but that's so good. You're helping your lung capacity to grow with your oxygen intake, creating that space. But most importantly, when we breathe in this way, with the exhale slightly longer than the inhale, it starts to stimulate the parasympathetic nervous system. It's basically like a massage for the vagus nerve. It helps to bring us out of that fight or flight response. So many of us are perpetually stuck in a chronic state of stress. And right now, especially, we need to try to break that cycle because stress depletes our immune systems. We want our immune systems to be as strong as possible in this moment. So stepping out of that space, that state of fight or flight, and allowing yourself to drop in to a parasympathetic state, to that space of rest, digest, and healing. And practice this breath. Truly, truly, I invite you to practice this breath when you're not here on your mat, when we're not together. Because the more that you practice this breath, especially in situations where your senses aren't that heightened, but in times where you really do need to bring yourself down, to calm yourself down, when you try to use this method of breath work, it's going to feel a lot more natural for you. You'll be able to drop in a lot easier. You'll associate this breath with relaxation. A lot of times we just try to use breath work when we're in a state of panic or anxiety. And so we begin to associate breath work with that state. It's not natural. It's not organic, intuitive. We practice breathing like this often, as often as we can, whenever we think about it. In those times where you do need it, it can really be effective. Helping you to release, helping you to let go, helping you to drop in. Softening where you are, as you are. Letting go of any tension. Letting go of any stress. Letting go of any worry. Letting go of any fear. Taking 3 more calming breaths here. Slowly, as you're ready, start to walk the hands underneath the shoulder, gently pressing into the arms as you lift the torso back to center. Bend the knees, plant the feet to the floor. You can slide your bolster, pillow, or whatever you may have there out from underneath the knee. And with the hands either behind the thighs or down behind you, slowly lowering all the way down to the mat. So you can lower down to the elbows, lower down to the back, and allow the legs to go straight. Pausing, observing the rebound. A mini Shavasana. Notice the shifts. Notice the softness. Drop in to the stillness. So nice. Slowly as you're ready, bend the knees. The arms out like a letter T. Cross your right knee over your left. So I'll give you 2 options for our final twist together. You can cross the right knee over the left. Maybe you take the right foot and hook it around the left calf. The arms out like a letter T. That was almost bad. And then shift the hips a little to the right, and then allow the knees to drop to the left. If that does not feel comfortable for you, go ahead and draw the legs back through center. And instead of crossing knee over knee, find a figure 4 position. So right ankle to the left knee. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, allow the legs to drop to the left. From there, you may need to take your block, your book, your bolster, and stack it underneath the left foot. And whatever's most comfortable for you. If you're taking that figure 4 twist, you can take your left hand and take a hold of the right ankle. Gaze can be in a neutral position, or you can turn and look over the right shoulder. And whatever is comfortable for you, whichever twist is more accessible for you. One final chance. Trace the breath through the right side body. Even observing the difference in this twist and the very first one that we did together this evening. Tune in. Check in with the shifts, both on and off your mat. One more inhale here. Drawing the head back through center. If you've got a hold of the ankle, go ahead and release. Draw the legs back through center. Uncross the ankle or the knees. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock from side to side, or circle the ankle, or circle the knees one direction or the other. And then bringing it back to center and setting up for side 2. So knees are bent, feet to the floor. Whichever twist you did on the other side, you can take that one here as well. So either crossing knee over knee, And maybe hooking that foot around the right calf, so the left foot hooks around the right calf. Optional. Hips slightly to the left, and then allow the knees to drop to the right. Or the figure 4 twist with the left ankle over the right knee, inhaling, and then on the exhaling, allowing the leg package to drop down to the right. You can take the right hand, taking a hold of the left ankle if you chose that option. You can keep the head in a neutral position and center. Or you can gaze over the left shoulder. Breathing here now. Creating length, creating space, creating softness through the left side body. Let it go. Taking one more breath here, full cycle of breath. If you've got the ankle, release it. Your gaze is to the left, bring the head back through center. Take an inhale, and the exhale, slowly draw the legs back through center. Uncross the knees, shift the hips back through center. Hug the knees into the chest. Once again, you can rock, you can roll, you can rock and roll. That's what you please. And setting up for a happy baby pose. So bending the knees, stacking the ankle over the knee, or at least trying to work in that direction. Then the legs out to the side. And you can gently rock from side to side. You can take your peace fingers, yogi toe lock your big toes, and then spread the legs out long. Again, whatever feels like it's calling you, whatever final movements are calling you in this moment. Nurturing your body, giving it exactly what it needs. And then as you're ready, slowly start to guide the knees back through center. Hugging the knees into the chest, wrapping the forearms around the shins. Give yourself a big hug. Hug it all in. Oh my gosh, you so deserve it. Squeezing everything in for 3, 2, and 1. Release everything to the floor. Setting up for Shavasana. Setting up for final resting pose. You can allow the legs to be straight and long. You can take your bolster, your pillow, slide it underneath the knee. Bringing the arms to the side, palms up in a receiving manner, palms down for a grounding manner. Take a moment, wiggle the hips, wiggle the shoulders, and turn the head left to right. Get comfortable. Don't just settle. Take a moment and make this work for you. And then as you find that position, the one that works for you, the one where you can relax, the one where you can completely surrender. Allow your eyes to gently close. Release any further manipulation of the breath. And allow the inhale and exhale to just flow as they are. No need to do. Allowing yourself to just be. Feeling yourself slip a little deeper and deeper into a space of relaxation. With every breath that you take, surrender. Let go. Allowing any tension that you're holding in your body in this moment to melt away. As if a wave of relaxation is washing over you, soothing, nurturing, relaxing every cell that this wave touches on. Washing away any stress, any tension, any worry, any fear. So you can find comfort in this space, in this moment. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, and no one to be. Shavasana. Slowly, as you're ready, you can begin to deepen your breath. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana a little longer, just tune me out and stay where you are. If you're ready to join me, trying to keep the eyes closed. Wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toe, circle the wrist, circle the ankle. Turn the head from left to right. And trying to keep the eyes closed, keeping the attention inward. As you're ready, press the toes out long in front of you, reach the fingertips behind you. Feel yourself lengthen through the front body. Again, trying to keep the eyes closed. And then as you're ready, slowly roll to your right or left hand side, coming through a fetal position. Pausing in this position, maybe using the bottom arm as a pillow and taking the top hand and sliding it between the knees. And as you sit in this space, serenity, of peace, of love, joy, gratitude, passion. We've cultivated all of this healing energy within ourselves. Take a moment to think of someone you know who's going through a hard time right now. And what's going on. There's a lot of people out there who are. Just picture yourself sending all of those amazing gifts that we cultivated through our practice together this evening to that person. There's a positive thought, or maybe it's visualize a healing white light going in their direction, whatever that may look like for you. Just taking a moment to send them a little bit of love and a little bit of light. Something to let them know you care. You're there. Supporting them in this moment. You felt all the support around you through this practice. And then as you're ready, use the tap arm to lift the body back to a seated position. Eyes can be closed or gaze can be low. Hands can be to the tops of the knees, or hands can be to prayer at heart center. And hand over the belly or hand over the heart, whatever feels comfortable for you. We'll end our class the same way we started, with 3 cleansing breaths. Exhale, release your last breath fully, releasing it in its entirety. And then start to take a deep inhale through the nose. Expand through the belly, fill through the lungs, rise through the heart. Hold in at the top, pause, and then open the mouth. Sigh it out. Again, deep inhale through the nose. Expand the belly, fill the lungs, rise through the heart. Hold in at the top, pause, and then open the mouth. Let it go. Taking one more cleansing breath, so even deeper inhale. We expand through the belly, grow through the lungs, rise through the heart. Hold in at the top, suck in a little bit more air, pause. And then as you're ready, open the mouth, stick out the tongue. Let it all go. Releasing everything that no longer serves you. Within each of us is a place where the whole universe dwells. It's a place within each of us, where the whole universe dwells. It's a place of peace and truth and love and light. When you're in this place in you, and I'm in this place in me, we are one. From the root of my heart to yours, thank you so much for sharing your energy and practice with us this evening. I honor and appreciate each of you. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I really, really appreciate you being here and sharing this space, with me. Even if we can't be together, at least y'all still got to be here this evening. So thank you so much. If I can do anything for any of you, please just let me know. Be safe, be well, and I'll see you for the next class. I've got a deep relaxation meditation at noon tomorrow, which is about a 20-minute progressive relaxation where we go through the entire body and consciously relax each individual area. So I hope that you can tune in for that, but if not, I will see you next time. Much love to everybody. Thank you.